Pull up a stool and pour yourself a pint as you're about to join three intrepid drinkers, Kevin, Justin, and Mark, as they embark on another Beertastic voyage.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Beertastic Voyage. My name's Kevin, that's Mark over there, and Justin's over there. And again, we are Beertastic Voyage.
Woo!
Represent.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I'm excited.
This is our gang sign, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm making a B with my fingers. Is it B backwards?
It's
to
backwards for me.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. Hold on. Wait, I got it. I got it.
Gotta make 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Wait. This is how you get shot. This is how you get shot.
Yeah.
All right. Last recording session, you just threw up the bloods for no reason, and this time you're making up new ones.
Yeah, I don't
know what's going on.
And you know what? They're separate days, too. It's not even like I did it one after
Exactly.
the other. It's just like I apparently have this continuity.
No, it's literally been a few weeks.
Yeah,
It's because you said you've been rocking the new Wu-Tang
That's true.
album, and that's what's in your
I
head.
have been throwing up the woo randomly.
Just as you're driving by. What's
Yeah.
happening? No, but the Woo is closer, more appropriate for today, because we've got Wicked Weed.
Oh, yeah, with W's.
W's.
Mark won't do it.
And I'm really excited about it, because this is one of those famous craft groups from the Ashville area, and we've got some stuff that was brought by who's our buddy again?
Bryan Malone and his wife Maggie were very gracious and brought us back a ton of beer from their trip down south.
Yes.
Brian, Maggie, you're my heroes. I like you already.
Yep.
I probably met you at some point, but I was drunk, so I don't remember it. But
He's
when
the
I
only
meet you again, I will hug you.
He's the only person that I personally know that has
Sorry about that.
a way more epic beard than I think either of you two could pull off.
Probably.
I'm just not willing to put the effort into keeping it tidy like he does.
Yeah.
Like, I was well on my way.
You were getting there.
I was well on my way.
Yeah.
Like, every once in a while, I'll see, like, a picture from that time. I'm like, wow.
I remember actually taking food out of your beard for you. So yeah, it was getting pretty crazy.
Yeah,
of
like
taking
when we went on the
food out of
bus,
my-
when we did the beer bus trip. you
Yes.
know, around that time.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking food out of my beard, my daughter was literally sitting in my lap today and like grooming me
like a little chimpanzee.
like a little chimpanzee. She was taking like doing a little pincher grip with like just the forefinger and just like trying to grab my beard and like would like slide off and she'd put it in her mouth and she'd realize like that she wasn't getting anything and then start giggling and she just kept like a good 20 minutes. She was
You need
occupied.
to take some of her snacks and stick them into your beard so she can.
What do I do?
pick it
I'm just gonna hide a little
It's
mum
enrichments.
cracker in there. Hide an Oreo in there somewhere. It would stay too. It's stiff enough.
Yeah,
Hide an
no,
Oreo.
both of you guys will be able to do that. But yeah,
Cheerio in there.
he's got a pretty epic beard.
I mean, as long as she's gentle with it when Carrick was that age.
Oh,
like,
Yeah,
You know, like, I had to really keep it trimmed short because he would just, like, wrap his fingers around it. And
No,
try to
it
pull
was-
my face
Yeah,
off.
he
This
was
was
trying
gentle.
to hang from it like a jungle gym.
Yeah.
this was gentle and actually a little relaxing. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, a little soothing.
But they brought us 3 beers from Wicked Weed that are all barrel-aged sours. And I'm really excited about them. One has white grapes, is a white wine one. There's one blackberries and raspberries and snozberries and all sorts of other berries. And the last one I think is plums. And they just all sound fantastic.
Yeah, Wicked Weed makes all beers. They make every style of beer, but I think that everyone knows them specifically for sours, essentially. I mean, that's like
They are
the
well known for their
sour beer. It's kind of like how like Treehouse and those other ones. They'll have certain. You gotta go a couple times really hard up and down, and then you have to blow on it.
No, it's because it's the
No, you start
Belgian
off
style
slow
with
and
the
then pick speed.
wide lip.
Yeah, we're trying to open the bottle with
It's
our.
still got its collar, you know.
We're trying to open the bottle, the first bottle with our cool basic brewing bottle opener. It just wouldn't fit around it. But yeah, they kind of like how Treehouse or Trillium, all of them will have a stout or a porter or something, and they're good, but no one thinks about that when they go up there. I think that's the similar thing here, where like you can get an IPA from Wicked Weed, and I'm sure they're very good, but it's they're known for their sours.
So, as I understand it, Wicked Weed kind of got their start around 2011, 2012, and they obviously were doing great things. They were selling all sorts of beer. They were growing, developing this really big cult following, and I think it went well beyond cult following. And then in 2017, AB InBev picked them up and added them to the roster of their expanding craft beers.
Yeah, people really freaked out about that.
Yeah.
I totally get it. It was one of the first like big, like
Yeah.
really cult craft breweries to get picked up by them. I mean, plenty of other ones have been bought, but this one was
they already
near
had
and dear to their hearts.
They already did. They had already had Goose and Blue Point at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But Wicked Weed was
Wicked Weed was like one of the first in like the spree that they went through when they snapped up a bunch. I don't remember if it was Wicked Weed or Devil's Backbone, but like they had like a beer festival like scheduled to happen shortly after the news broke, and like the organized like on their property.
Yeah.
And they were uninvited from the festival that was happening at their location.
Yeah, that was I think it might have been Devil's Backbone. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was one or the other, and I don't remember for sure.
So we're starting off with the Raisonnaire, which is a barrel-aged American sour ale fermented with plums. It's part of their Canvas series, and this is batch number 999. Yeah,
and from what Bryan had told me, all of these beers were bottled sometime around 2015. They're all.
This one was bottled on 5/27/16.
16, yeah.
It is stamped right down there.
He said all these bottles were done before the InBev purchase.
So I'm excited that this has been hanging out for a little bit. A sour like that is going to be fun.
Yeah.
And this bottle reads, Raisonnaire is a golden sour ale aged in neutral wine barrels. 2 pounds per gallon of whole Italian plums contribute depth of character and stone fruit essence to this sour ale. Once this beer reaches its peak, we blend the barrels to attain the perfect resonance of our house sour culture with rustic Italian plums. And I feel like that's exactly what it looks like. It's the color of like plum flesh.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You know, when you bite into a plum and you see that nice, pinkish flesh,
It's like a very dark peach.
Yeah, like that's exactly the color, and it's a gorgeous color. Really nice.
Yeah, on the nose you get a lot of that Brettanomyces funk we talk about, but I also feel like you definitely have that plum in the background.
You smell plum, yeah. But sometimes like when we throw around plum and stone fruit, especially with I feel like when we throw stone fruit around, we're talking like a more raisiny and like heavier flavor to it. When I think plums, I think a little lighter like this.
Yeah, very true. That's a very good point. Kind of like an enhanced peach.
Yeah, like when I think like the stone fruit flavor, usually it's in a darker beer, and I think more along the lines of like raisins and prunes and that kind of dried
cherries. Yeah.
Yeah, this is delicious.
Yeah, it's pretty phenomenal. I can't get over the way that the fruit kind of cleans the palate from the funk.
Yeah, but it has a Brettanomyces character, but it's more of like the dry hay sort of flavor. It's not horse blanket.
No, that's a good word.
Or cheese.
No, it's not lambic.
I think hay is a great way to phrase it.
Yeah, and it also has, I don't know if it's probably a little bit from the fruit, but obviously, mixed fermentation definitely has a really good lactic sourness as well. It's like clean.
Yeah, no, it's very crisp, and it's also like very light, which I'm sure is helped by the pretty big carbonation here.
Yeah, it is pretty highly carbonated, and that is definitely like making it dance on your palate.
Yeah. This is delightful. It is really, really incredible. You guys have put great words to it, so it's hard for me to build on that. But just the light fruit flavor is just enough to work with that sour. The sour is definitely present, but not overwhelming in any way.
Yeah, no.
You totally know you're drinking a sour, but it's kind of that light sour action going on. And this bottle, I could just like take this bottle and just boom, like put this whole bottle out way too fast. So fast that I don't enjoy it the way I should. But
right, that's why I just put my glass down. I'm like, okay, let's chill out for 1 second.
Yeah.
There's some pretty solid bottle dregs in the bottom of there that I think we might want to add to the culture.
Yeah, there's room in the jug.
Okay. I'm going to try to pour a little teeny sip off for my wife. But there's this much left in there, so we'll get a little tiny shot for her, but we'll swirl it up and get it in there.
Get that milk check, please.
Yeah, the oat milk. Yeah, we were doing shots of oat milk upstairs because we're baller, which is badass like that.
That's how we roll.
Now, this is really tasty, and I feel like summertime drinking this is perfect.
Yeah, no, this would be very refreshing on a hot day.
Refreshing on a hot day. I think it would go good with a kind of spicy meal. Get that fruit to counteract it a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
But to be honest, I'd pretty much drink this whenever anyone had it to me.
They did a barrel-aged French toast beer.
Interesting.
Wow.
Okay.
This is crazy. for basically every one of their every one of their beers, from what I can tell, they have a YouTube video describing the beer.
Cool.
I'll shove
See if we
some
can,
of these.
save some of those links.
Yeah, I'll stick some of those into the show notes for the people who want to check it out. But it's pretty cool. Let's see what the video's like for this one.
So, because of these, are we going to put these on the regular rating scale?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
I mean, I think that we've done other sours on
Yeah.
the regular rating scale. I don't think there's any reason to change it now.
So, Mark, why don't you get us started with a rating on this one?
I'm gonna go bomber. I think 2 glasses is a good amount. Anything more than that, I think I would need a breaker just to change in flavor.
Okay. Initially, bomber was like the first thing that popped in my head. It'd be a high bomber for me though. Like I might have one and then maybe come back to another one later. But I think a bomber in one sitting or this bottle, what is it? Is it the 325s or whatever? What are these size ones?
725 probably.
500 mil.
Okay.
500 mil is a perfect size bottle. I could down that bottle by my lonesome perfectly.
At least those two. I don't know if this Resin Air, the one we just had this, but the other two have the original gravity on the side.
No, the Resin Air I didn't see, but actually it might be on the other side with the warning.
So the other cool part about their website, yes, there is one for the one we just had. They have a taste profile. It's not filled out on all of them, like didn't have it for the French toast one, but it talks about how hoppy it is and then how bitter it is, which is a great distinction for most people.
Yeah, that's good.
How fruity, malty, tart, or funky it is. This one is listed under fruity, tart, and funky. Fruity is 3. It's basically
Out of 5.
Yeah, it's basically 4 out of 5. Tart is 4 out of 5, and funky is like 2 out of 5.
Yeah, I think that's a really fair assessment of it.
Makes perfect.
It's awesome. It's fruity and tart and got just a little bit of funk in there.
Yeah.
And I know we say this a lot, but I feel like this is a beer that you can hand off to a lot of people that maybe have not had sours before, might enjoy it. I don't think it's overwhelmingly sour.
No, or the people that are like, I don't like beer.
Or white wine drinkers might enjoy this one too.
Definitely.
I think this would be, instead of Fisher Price wine for a sour, this would be like when you take the training wheels off.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Well, it's more like, hey ladies, I know you love your rosé cider, but have you tried beer?
Listen, I love me some rosé cider. all those rosé Angry Orchards that get left at my house, I end up drinking them.
Yeah, those get drank.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that we mentioned white wine because this next one that we have is going to be flavored in white wine barrel. But we got to get a rating from Mark, from Justin.
Yeah. First. Yeah, I kind of with you guys. Like, I would love to say growler because I think it's that good, but it's going to be a bomber also. I think the sourness would build on the palate after having more than two in a row of these. Just like any sour beer. Honestly, it's I find it difficult to make. I think that it would be difficult to make a complex sour beer that you want to have on tap all the time.
Yeah, it's because of the intensity of the flavors that usually come from a sour beer. That's definitely hard to come across.
Mostly off topic, but somewhat related. I saw Wizard posted recently that he had Brady McBreadface on tap in the Wizard's Den.
Really?
Wizard's Den.
Oh,
yeah,
man. That's just like man cave.
Is that what I was going to say? Is that what he refers to his house as?
I hope it's his whole house, but
I think it's pretty great.
Listen to this. They have a barrel aged Xibalba. It's Xibalba.
Xibalba. Look at the head on that. Ooh, look at those bubbles.
It is an imperial pumpkin ale with cacao nibs, chilies, and spices.
Dude, I got a half stack just hearing that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. It is an imperial pumpkin ale with cacao nibs, chilies, and spices.
Touching myself. That's exciting.
Oh, that's also bottle condition.
I'll send it back because I want to read the label on this one. The white. So the label on the first one, on the plum one, was just kind of these nice little feathers. It looks kind of classy. But this one has this really cool kind of looks like World of Warcraft art.
Yeah.
Of a white wolf. And it's called White Angel. White Angel is an American sour ale blended with 2 pounds per gallon of locally harvested muscadine and Scuppernong grapes.
Yeah, we were excited about Scuppernong.
And aged in white wine barrels. After 8 months, another pound per gallon of Albarino wine must is blended in stainless steel tanks for 2 months. And after a total of 2.5 tons of fruit and 10 months of maturation, we give you White Angel. and is a barrel-aged American sour with wild grapes. And it's got this crazy thing on the side here. It says, the great nor'easter lashed its white fury across the barren, blinding hinterlands. Polar isolation drove deep into the desolate hearts of the clansmen. From the faith for a night without desperate cold, the white angel was manifest. His stealth and clandestine canter silenced the stinging winds. Stillness settled across the boreal nighttime, metered only by the pulse of the great lights. Warmth displaced cold, tempest turned to peace, and kinship overcame obscurity. I don't know, but I really am pretty sure I need a wisdom check there, and like I'm supposed to be on a D&D campaign in the middle while drinking this right now.
Fire up the chop up.
Yeah.
Right.
The head on it was pretty impressive. Exactly, fire up the chop up. The head on this was pretty impressive. It is an unassuming kind of cloudy gold color.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really think anything was too crazy about it, but then you smell it.
Yeah, you get that white grape smell.
White grape, and I definitely get like hints of like that lambic burnt tire, like very, very low in the background. It's probably very enhanced tremendously by the white wine character. And then
when you get full in there, when you get the schnoz full buried in there, you can get that. You can get that smell.
Yeah, and I'm imagining what do we have a date on this bottle? Because I'm imagining that
5/6/15.
Okay.
5/6/15. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm imagining because again, from the description, they're talking about it on the website using their little fruity, tart, funky scale. They're saying fruity is through the roof, tart is through the roof, and funky is also only 2 bars. And I'm imagining that over the past 4 years, Funky has arisen and eaten all of the fruit and most of the tart. In a good way, though. This is the type of sour I think that when you age it, obviously, this is what I like. I don't know that this is now definitely not Fisher Price, my first sour. This has gone to probably DEFCON, I would say 2.
Like Watch Blood?
No, DEFCON 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. I always forget it's in reverse. I was going to say DEFCON
3.
4, actually, but you're right. 3 is probably better. I can't. It's been too long since I've seen War Games.
Exactly. The white grape flavor is really present.
Yeah.
In a lot. It doesn't come off as a white wine to me, which like so much. Like it doesn't taste like that horrible Muscat beer thing that we had at one time or another. Which, yeah. Which, I try not to bash too many, but,
No,
but I want that guy's CO2 tank.
But that was maybe my least favorite beer I've ever had, so.
Really? I dislike, this is guys in hindsight, but I think I dislike Grandy's Janney's far more.
It's close.
But we also had it again at the festival.
And I did not like it then.
You didn't, but it was better than when we first had it.
That was true, but I still did not like it.
No.
But this does not have that quality.
I do not like it, Sam. I will not drink it in a box. I will not drink it with a box.
I will not drink it in a park. I will not drink it out of the boat. Like, whatever it was.
The
boat.
Yeah, I think this is maybe, I know nothing about winemaking. I'm going to lead with that. But I know that Brettanomyces is like the fucking devil in a winery. Like, it's the worst thing that could happen to a winery, basically, beyond, like, burning down. I feel like this is why. This is why. Because this is what white wine would taste like. It's got Brettanomyces in it, essentially. Except I like it.
And then you get the weirdos like us that are like, yeah, we drink it. It's cool. Give it us.
Yeah,
we like
exactly.
That. I do enjoy it. It's a more mellow sour. It's a more mellow sour than the last one.
Yeah. Also,
it doesn't have that same not citric, the lactic acid kind of flavor. It's not that kind of sour anymore. This one is much more rounded, much more mellow.
There was a Milk the Funk podcast, the last one. I forget the guy's name, but he wanted to do a shirt saying bread is not sour or something along those lines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair point. Like, bread isn't going to create that lactic sourness.
Right.
And this one, again, we don't know what was pitched into it. It was probably lactobacillus in here somewhere, just based on the fact that they tend to mix culture everything. But at this point, the Brett funk, and this is, again, not hay. This is going way more barnyard and that burnt tire situation.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that still is just like the grape flavor.
Yeah.
I don't particularly get like a lot of horse blanket out of this. It definitely has like some Brett stuff to it, but neither of the 2 beers that we've had so far have I been like, wow, that's like a really strong Brettanomyces character.
Yeah. No, but I also think that at this point, you would basically have to like pop open a bootleg biology packet and dump it in our mouths to really like get to that point based on the shit that we drank. like to be overwhelmed by it. I think we're slowly
To be overwhelmed, yeah.
I think our tolerance levels are, we're like everybody in California with weed right now. Like that's how we are with Brettanomyces.
Yo, man, CBD oil and Brettanomyces, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be the new thing.
There you go. What do you got? You got CBD beer, bro.
Yeah, CRISPR that shit into the Brettanomyces so they make the CBD as they ferment it.
Exactly. Yeah, soon there's just gonna be this goop put on shit, and you yell at it, and it makes whatever you want.
This is really tasty. It's definitely to me it's not nearly as quaffable. I haven't used that one in a while.
Oh my god, my balls just like shovel up into my body. I fucking hate that word.
You hate that word?
Fucking hate that word.
Okay.
Crushable is way better than quaffable.
Okay.
Like crushable is like a broed out quaffable.
Yeah, it is. So I tried to pull it back a little bit for you.
I hadn't really thought about it that way,
Why?
Mark. Now I like it less.
What was that?
Since it isn't too close to queef.
Yeah, I'm like, no. Part of the problem is that I can hear and I like. Jesus Christ. I like Drew Beecham. I prefer him over the other half of that podcast. But when he says quaffable, I picture the douchiest quaffable possible. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's my problem. I can't not picture someone who's complete douche saying that word. That's part of the issue.
$3 all popped.
Yeah, $3 all popped. Exactly.
So, all right. Well, I don't think I would be able to down this as quickly as I could the last beer.
Oh no way.
But where the last one was so light and refreshing, this one is definitely a little richer. Definitely has a more depth of flavor to it. I like it. It's still going to be a bomber for me, but it's not. I'm not getting that urge to be like, oh man, I wish I could find a way to chug more of it.
Yeah.
Like I think I could enjoy 2 glasses of this over a period of time and like it, but I don't think I'd be hunting down more after that.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely still a twofer for me, but it's going to take me longer to drink my way through it. And after I finish that second glass, I think I'll probably be pretty satisfied and be like, okay.
Well,
I've
had enough.
At 7.3, I think you would be kind of satisfied with it. At 7.3%, you'd be like, all right.
Yeah, what was the first one? 5 and change?
6.
First one was 6. Yeah.
Okay.
It was 6%. So they're got a little bit of weight to them, but they're not crazy hitters.
So, I mean, 7.3 for a sour beer is pretty high. I wouldn't have expected.
The last one is the cleaner.
Generally like 6, 7.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're generally in that neighborhood.
I guess that's probably because every ounce of sugar gets chewed out of it.
Yeah.
When you add that much fruit and you get something that's going to be chewing up that sugar, it's going to have to bump it up there.
Yeah, unless you're talking Berliner Weiss, the sour beers are generally around that neighborhood.
Where are you thinking on this one, Justin?
I'm like I was in the upper end of a bomber last time. I'm on the lower end of a bomber.
Yeah, so
this time.
okay, you're kind of following.
Same exact.
I think we're all on the same page on this
It's
so far.
It doesn't that whole the funk character doesn't linger on my palate to the point where I don't want to drink anymore. Like I like it, but it kind of dries my mouth out big time. Like my mouth is getting clammy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go run upstairs and grab the water pitcher real quick.
That's probably a good idea. We can riff on things.
All right, talk about stuff you're brewing or something. I don't know.
You want to talk about it? Want to talk about trips we juice?
No, I just want to rub up against Mark while I pass by.
That's not a problem. It's no big deal.
Well, the Dr. Beer's hot dog water elixir.
Yeah, that or that. Yeah, sort of the same
From the
thing.
Dr. Beer's hot dog water elixir emporium in warehouse.
You had the Sesame Street version. I came in with the Hustler version.
Well, even before then, right? This is going to come out right before Whales and Ales, I think, right?
Roughly, yeah.
I think so. It's either going to be right before or right after. So if you're going to Whales and Ales at the Cold Spring Harbor Whaling Museum,
Which you should.
yeah, definitely. Justin and I are bringing a interesting experiment. We currently have a Catarina sour incubating upstairs in my garage.
Sort of, kind of Catarina sour. Hopefully that works out.
Yeah, so maniacal yeast, which is one of the smaller yeast labs out there, and they've been dealing a lot in the various fikes that have made it across the Atlantic Ocean from the Scandinavian region.
My peeps.
They put basically all of the different cultures that they've collected together into a single blend to benefit. I gotta pull that up, but basically, the guy that's been collecting all of these yeast strains passed away, and was really very influential in like raising awareness about the Norwegian farmhouse tradition and collecting the various like cultures.
Oh, nice one. That's solid. I can't. I love what they do here. Their website is like a fucking disaster. Like I can't.
It does what they needed to.
Yes, exactly.
So the gentleman's name was William Holden, and unfortunately he recently passed away. But they're donating a portion of the sales of this Kvike the World blend to his family because his death was unexpected, and I'm sure that there's costs that weren't anticipated and so forth. But the culture is a bunch of different like Norwegian farmhouse strains. It's also got lactic acid bacteria in there.
The strains were actually collected by him.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I just thought they were grabbing all of them. I didn't realize these specific ones were his.
Oh
That's
yeah,
really cool.
no, yeah. They have other cultures that didn't go into this blend because it are just the ones that were collected by William. But so we've got that going. Hopefully it gets nice and tart. We also threw Naranila and blackberry puree in there, so it should be nice and fruity and hopefully all kinds of delicious. So if you're coming to Wales and Ales, come by and have a sample of that.
Naranila.
And
Just want to say, Naranila.
the reference to Tripp's Wiener Juice is essentially we've been somewhat challenged, inadvertently challenged ourselves based on a social media post for no apparent reason to make a hot dog beer.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah, we're gonna toss around ideas now. I don't feel overly comfortable committing to any of them yet.
We
But,
already made a nacho beer, so now we need to bring meat.
We need to make sure that we hit all of the carny type things. Let's do. Oh, I know what we could do. I got it now. We could do a corn dog beer. DMS the fuck out of it. Make it with hot dog. All Pilsner, 20-minute boil with the lid on.
Oh, that water is what we need.
Yes.
The hot dog beer still kind of freaks me out. I'm not gonna lie, just the idea of it, and I feel like you guys are falling very much into that stereotype of the one weird friend that homebrews that like.
We've become the Buffalo Wild Wings commercial.
Yes. Exactly. That guy. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Like, I got that. Yeah, that's you.
What's in this beer? Bratwurst.
Yeah, feel free to cook the bratwurst in beer, but we don't need to cook the beer with bratwurst.
Could we? You know what we could do? The next time you get back alley meat from your in-laws, we can maybe use one
I
of
love how you
those.
couldn't even say it straight.
No, and we can name the beer back alley meat.
Back alley.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't get into back alley meat, but we have weird deliveries of meat, actual meat.
Listen, I have Paul cutlets upstairs. I'm very
Yeah,
excited.
sure. Fingernails and everything.
Can't wait to see how they taste.
Yes. But yeah, you can check. We'll talk about it more. But the hot dog beer or some other beer will be at the Craft Classic at Texture Park on August 10th. Oh Jesus, hot dog beer. All right, so this last one is the one I've been looking forward to the most. It's called Angel of Darkness.
So we had Black Angel, and now we have Angel of Darkness.
Yeah, they have a whole series of Angel beers. I don't know what the names of the others are, but I know it's more than just like dark and white.
All right. Yeah.
Let's see. Learn a little more about this.
Ooh, look at that. That's
Oh my
great.
God, look at that.
And this one has blackberries, cherries, boysenberries, whatever else. Let me see.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Boysenberries, raspberries, blackberries, and cherries.
Oh wow, this
It comes in
crazy on the nose.
at 11% ABV. It's from November 19th of 2015. Its OG is 1084
Fuck.
for you guys.
It's got to be like a 9.
Angel of Darkness is a barrel-aged American sour.
Something.
Oh, we did that in here.
Yeah.
It's blended with 1.5 pounds per gallon of all the berries and aged in Oloroso sherry casks.
Ooh.
Sorry, I had to read that one. Oloroso sherry casks. After 14 months of
Sounded it
aging
out.
in these flavor-intense barrels, the beer is blended onto another 1.5 pounds per gallon of these dark fruits in stainless steel tanks for 2 months. 3 tons of fruit, 16 months maturation. We give you Angel of Darkness, and then it continues on with the tail. As long as the tribe can remember, yada yada. But I won't bore you with that part this time. Though there's a big part of me that wants to like now see if I can find all of those little blurbs and from the whole series.
It strings a whole narrative.
Exactly, like that's important to me. Like I feel like it's like the flavor text on a couple of magic cards.
Collect them all.
Yes, much like the Pokemans, or the flavor text in certain magic cards. Like it tells the whole story.
Yes.
Before they decided to just outright be like, here's the story.
Wow. So let's talk about the aroma first. I took a sip and I'm a little like, can't even open my mouth.
It smells like berry syrup.
Yes.
It smells like the like blackberry and you smell all the berries that are in there. You smell the cherries. You smell all of it. But it tastes like you just took it smells like you took all the syrup, like you would put on pancakes, and just dumped it together. And then you're like a 5-year-old, and you're like, I'm just gonna put them all on there.
Like if you mixed all the IHOP syrup.
Exactly.
Basically.
And you just dumped them all together. You're like, oh, this is what it smells like.
Yeah. I also get that like light funk, but the level of tartness is more akin to the Resinera, the first one we had on the nose at least. Maybe not quite as hot. Yeah, the soup I don't know how to describe the flavor. Like I'm kind of trying to piece together.
So, have you ever had the Chinese blackberry wine?
No, I haven't.
No, maybe it's not Chinese. Maybe it's Korean. I don't remember which one. One of my students had gotten it for me one year.
Oh, okay.
And no, I coach a wide variety of students of assorted Asian descent.
Right.
And one of them got it for me. And so, but like, it's a very, almost like, you guys have had Manischewitz?
Yeah. When I was 13 with my friends.
But it tastes like Welch's grape juice, just alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
That's just
screaming headaches. Screaming.
One of the worst hangovers in the world. You know how many bar mitzvah boys have woken up the next morning going, oh, it's terrible.
I think they said I'm drinking again.
Yeah.
Like no problem.
But it's a very sweet, very alcohol, almost medicinal kind of alcohol thing going on. But it's designed to just be like a little aperitif dessert, dessert, 2-ounce pour, or good luck, yay, here you go. Like it has that same kind of vibe as this. That you get the cherries, you get the blackberries in here, and you just kind of like get that little bit of sweetness in there, and you're like, wow, it's kind of medicinal in it, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's pretty strongly tannic on the finish.
Yeah. My throat hurts. I need more medicine.
I don't dislike it though. Like, I totally agree with that. Like that's exactly what it is. But I don't dislike it. Like in theory, if you write that out on a piece of paper, I'm like, I don't want to write that. But I like those.
It definitely makes it a sipper though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is by far. I mean, we definitely drank them from like least complex to most complex in terms of what's going on in it. I mean, before that tannicness, there's berries and there's some lactic sour and then there's some bread funk, and it just sort of goes through this rainbow of flavors.
Can I say what I'm really enjoying right now?
What?
Is when I went upstairs to get the pitcher of water, I helped myself to a handful of M&Ms.
Yeah.
From there, so I've got all that like sweet I've got all that sweet
candy shells stuck in your teeth,
and now I've got little bits of chocolate floating around in there too. I'm like, yeah, this is good.
Nice.
Because I love dried fruit and like berries, dried fruit, and dark chocolate. Like that's one of my favorite flavor combinations. So not that M&Ms are dark chocolate by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm getting a little bit of that.
You work with what you can get.
It was in my line of sight. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
But you get what I'm saying. Like that chocolate and cherry flavor is always a fan. I'm always a fan of
those M&Ms saved Mark's lifetime.
Yeah. Because it took like over an hour for us to get the pizza we ordered for delivery.
Oh, no. Here you go, kid. That's what it is.
No, him.
Oh, yeah.
Literally him. Blood sugar apparently plummeting.
I started feeling like my legs like getting a little shaky. I'm like, oh boy.
Start seeing some spots?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I didn't get to spots, but I was pretty close to it, and I was like, all right, I got to do something about this. Yeah. And I went inside and grabbed the tub.
Couple handfuls of M&Ms, get you going again. This is so good, man.
It's an interesting color too. I mean, the color is like it's a berry juice color. Like if you look at it from the top, it's not opaque at all, and I can't call it black, and I really can't call it brown either.
It's like we have 2 words to describe that color, my friend.
Yes.
It is light black.
No,
it's not like
no. I wish.
It's like no, I wanted to. I just
It's
wanted
like
to put it in
dark brown with maroon highlights.
there. Yeah, it's like a really dark red, really dark purple color.
Has anybody ever seen a boysenberry? I mean, like in person?
No.
I've seen pictures of them.
Well, yeah, I have too. But like, I mean, is boysenberry a crop you can purchase at a supermarket anywhere? Is it just not available here, but it's available other places?
Yeah, I think you need to be pretty close to where it's grown, and I
It's
think
the West
they're
Coast
mostly
thing, right?
grown in California.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
We had this discussion last time that something had boysenberries.
I realized that as as I was saying it. It's just one of those things, we live in such a world where basically everything's available all the time. Like you get avocados in like February.
Yeah.
Well, that's because avocados, you can leave them on the tree because they don't ripen until after you pick them.
Right.
No, they don't ripen until about 10 minutes after you want to eat them, or and then they're just like, fuck you, I'm done, bye.
Yeah.
I'm pushing out.
Or they've been ripe on your kitchen table for like 3 days, and then you go to eat them, and you're like, oh, cool, it's mushy.
And when you pick it up, your finger just goes right through the skin, and you're like, oh.
It's everywhere.
I watched a coworker. She brought a whole avocado to work to slice and put on her salad. First of all, you are psycho if you're eating an entire avocado on your salad. Like, I love me some avocado, but that's a lot of avocado to put on a salad. I mean, your salad's got to be like one of those Panera ones you can eat for like 3.5 days, like even me. But she's trying to get the pit out of the thing, and it was awesome. Like I probably burned what I had in the oven at work just because I wanted to watch like what was happening to the avocado. She's like trying to dig into it with a spoon and pop it out, but like the suction wouldn't allow it to come out. And then she ended up mangling the whole avocado. It's like mashed potato with the avocado.
We used to, when I worked at J. King's, they used to bring in like the bruised avocados, the ones that they couldn't sell.
Yeah.
They were still good. They just were a little beat up.
Right.
And they would just put like the whole box of them in the cafeteria, and so you could just take whatever you wanted. And so I worked with a lot of Latin American, people from Latin America, and so they were like, yeah, avocados, they would love it. And so by the time the white guy got to it, I was like, oh, okay, just brown and beat the hell. But all the time I would just like cut one open and just scoop it out and just eat it with like a spoon. Just what's this? Oh, with lunch I'm just having a sandwich and I'm eating an avocado.
Yeah. I take any opportunity I can eat avocado, especially when it's not turned into guacamole and costs me $3 more at Chipotle.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like avocados have to be like seasoned for me to eat them.
Oh, really?
I can't just like buy like straight up avocado. It's just like fatty and blah.
There's a little bit of salt and pepper on it.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I mean. Like it's got to be seasoned. Like I can't like.
No, I'm not eating that motherfucker like an apple or anything. But yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like a lot of places you can get it as like an added topping on your hamburger or whatever, and it's just like, yeah, but like you didn't do anything to it.
Yeah, all that does though in the hamburger, and I do like it. It just adds creaminess to it. It's essentially mayo. It's like a mayo or not ketchup because it's not sweet.
You're not selling me on the idea.
No. I wasn't trying to, but that's all it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a flavor addition because an avocado without any seasoning, none of the flavors pop.
I'd rather have a fried egg.
Of course, everyone would rather have a fried egg.
Why not both?
Oh, no.
This is America. We can have both.
No, that's yucky.
It's yucky.
It just seems like you're fixing to like lose the patty out of the bun.
Yeah, it's too slippery at that point.
It's way too much lubrication.
Yeah, it's way
You've had a cheese dream. You know how this goes. Like,
yeah, but like
you just mangle it and force it into your mouth hole.
This
is
how dumb I am. I'm like, cheese dream. Is this like a play on Wet Tree? Like, oh no, that's the burger from the Good Steer. Oh, that's right.
Like, and that's what happens. The whole thing just turns to mush, and you end up just like forcing it into some kind of.
No, it turns into like a big, like almost like a meatball. Like you've now mashed the bun so far around it to contain it. That you're shoving it into your mouth.
That's why I always get it on the oversized English muffin.
And it's still delicious.
Oh, yeah, that's actually the move. I haven't had that. We should have dinner there one night. God damn, I haven't been there forever.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been there.
They cut down the menu a lot.
Right.
That cheese dream motherfucker.
No, it's still on there, but like the mushroom room they took off.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gone, and like the pizza burger or whatever that was called.
It's off the menu.
Yeah, right.
And because everyone who's there has worked there at least 20 years.
Yeah.
Like even the young waitress that has worked there like 15 years. So like you just like I went in there, I'm like, listen, I know it's not on the menu anymore. You guys can still do the mushroom room, right? She's like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, we're gonna need that here. I'm gonna need you to.
Yeah, I forget who I was there with, but that was the experience that I had the last time. And somebody was like, "Oh, you don't have like whatever the pizza burger was called." Which is like, "Oh no, they can still make
the
it for you. That's what
BMT or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mozzarella, tomato, and whatever. But back to now, you would make it like we didn't have dinner just before this.
I know, seriously. Fucking slaughtered some empanadas. Mark couldn't finish his empanadas because he ate like a half.
I ate so much pizza after it finally got here.
I had a burrito the size of my forearm, and then came here and had 2 empanadas, and now I'm like, oh yeah, here we go.
This is going to take us on another tangent for a second.
Okay.
Burrito brought me on another tangent. I was thinking about this the other day. For those you listening don't know, I went to NYU and I lived in both Washington Square and then I lived in Union Square. Union Square in the city, there used to be on 3rd Avenue, right by there, a burrito place. It was one of the first Mexican places I went to that wasn't a chain.
Wasn't Taco Bell.
Yeah, it was like white boy from Long Island, hadn't really spent much time in the city. They had 3 sizes of burritos. They had a burrito. They had a large burrito and a grande burrito. The grande burrito, I swear to God, was the size of a laptop.
Wow.
It was fucking unreal. It was huge. And then
I believe it.
It was enormous.
The Mexican Grill 2000 down the street, they have I forget exactly what it's called, but it's like burrito gigante or something like that. And one time early on when we were in the house, Andrew was helping me out with something. So we got food from there to feed him, and he was like, "I'll get that." I'm like, "Andrew, it's really big." He's like, I don't know, it'll be fine. He ended up eating half of it.
Oh my God, this thing was sick. And then you could make it a gordita, which just means they throw it in a deep fryer.
Right.
So I would eat one of these motherfuckers a day for a month. I swear to God.
That's how you got to orc adjust.
Yeah, that's how I got to where I only spoke in long squeak sounds and clicks. That thing was huge. I just thought of when you said I thought about it a couple of times in the last month for some reason, and when you said that, I had to say it out loud.
No, I hear you.
I was. The weirdest thing was when I ordered, I was like, "Wow, that's really big," and it never occurred to me not to eat the whole thing. Never once did I go, "You know what? That was $12. I could probably get 2 meals out of that." Not one time.
No.
I would stuff it in my mouth fucking be stuck in my cheeks for another 30 minutes until I can swallow everything.
Yeah, you work on it. Keep the jowls. Work on it a little bit.
Exactly.
All
right. So now
just like a chipmunk.
Now that appetizing thought is in everybody's minds.
Let's get back to beer.
Let's tell us how great this beer is.
So, Justin, why don't you start us off with the rating? You haven't started with the rating yet.
I haven't. This is a growler for me. This is probably a strange growler. I find this one to be, for me, of the 3, the most drinkable because of the complexity more than anything else. Not one of the notes isn't building on my palate as much. Probably all of them are building and then cancel each other out. But this one, I could sit and think about this for a while.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with it being a bomber and make them all 3 bombers for me. These bottles are perfect size bottles to me. I could work my way through them and be really happy about it. There is so much going on, and I couldn't go more beyond that, but I could really enjoy just taking my time working through this beer and enjoying every sip of it. And I love the fact that even as I continue to drink it, nothing feels like it's overwhelming. It just feels like it's still there, still delicious. It's a little more intense, but not to the point where, oh my God, why I'm getting all this one flavor or all this one sensation. Very comfortable. Really enjoy it.
See, I'm going the other way. This one was only a pint for me. It's not to say that it's bad or anything, but it's just the super dry tannin finish just puts it to the point where I'm gonna enjoy the one glass, but I don't want to have a second one right after that. I need something else in between. So it's only a pint for me for that reason.
Apparently M&M's. At least from what Kevin said.
No, listen.
It would work perfectly.
What's always my thing? Pair it with food. Pair it with the food. How am I going to enjoy it? Have this one with the dessert course.
Oh, that was literally the conversation I was having with Stephanie before because Justin and Steph went to Water Zoe, which is the Belgian bistro in Garden City.
Okay.
And they apparently got Rodenbach and Rodenbach Grand Cru.
All right.
It was cool to have them side by side.
Yeah. We talked about that last time we were together.
Yeah.
Well, was talking with Stephanie before, and she was like, "Oh, I tried the regular one first, and I thought it was good, and then I tried the Grand Cru, and I was like, wow, this is so much better. The regular one has no flavor." I'm like, "Yeah, but do you think that because you had food with it?"
Right.
If you were just drinking straight up Grand Cru, it would have taken you a really long time to finish that one glass. It's very good, but if you're not like metering it with something else, that is a hard beer.
I don't think I've had the Grand Cru. I'm sure I've had the regular Rodenbach at some point.
Oh, definitely the regular one.
But I don't think I've had the Grand Cru.
You know what? And honestly, it's not an expensive beer.
No, it's not.
So I'm going to make sure I hook it up.
I just never have gotten around to having it.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience. It's basically just, it's essentially more acetic. It's more of the older batch than the newer batch.
It's more to the balsamic side, right? Like
yeah.
But this one, I think it's great. I think this paired with fresh fruit or just like a vanilla ice cream would be really delightful.
Yeah. I think that these three beers really would hold their own against, not necessarily all the way up there, but hold their own against a lot of things we had with Bryan Bennett on our anniversary episode. I mean, so some of them are, far and away better, but this, for an American brewery, like
I think the last two guys. I think the second two, the two Angel, the White Angel and the Dark Angel, like definitely could do that. Like the way that the White Angel has the complexity from all the white wines, from all the white grapes in there, and this one with all the different fruits, I totally see could stay with it. And I love at 4 years old,
Yeah, that's a good
point.
point.
3.5, 4 years old. Like,
was it the same date on the last one?
They're both from 2015. This one's the White Angel's a couple months older.
Yeah.
I think that one's from November. This one's from May.
Yeah. Wow.
So half a year, but they've definitely developed. I would be really interested to taste the originals and see how much they change.
Yeah, fresher, definitely.
Yeah, the fresh version of it. But I think these are absolutely delightful, all three of them, and just furthers my need to do the Ashville beer trip.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to talk Stephen for that for next year. So
my college roommate one of my college roommates lives down there, and numerous times he's been like, dude, he's like, we got a spare bedroom, whatever you want, bro. Like, he lives in the suburb. He actually ran for like city council. Like it was really weird. A guy that you go to college with, be like, oh, he's running for like city council. And I was like, you know that guy? Like did you? Because I saw what he did.
Right.
Like, not that he did anything that was like, oh my god, like he should never run for office, but just like,
I wonder if I still have that picture.
Like, I'm not putting it up online. Don't worry about it. I'm not doing that. But just like,
what's TMZ's phone number?
You did some dumb shit, man. Like,
I was there. I remember.
Or at least I think I remember. I was doing some dumb shit myself too. So
right.
Maybe it would just be self-incrimination if I run anything out.
Right.
Don't worry, you're safe, my man. You're safe.
Well, these were awesome, and I'm very excited that Bryan brought these back. He had asked me where they should go. I'm not. I never really looked into it, but I knew that was there. I knew Wicked Weed was there, and I'm like, you need to go to Wicked Weed. Right. You had a great one going to White Labs. That was a great idea. They also brought us back stuff from a place called Yeehaw Brewing.
Yeehaw!
And then there's another. I think there are two more after that. I don't remember the names.
I didn't open the box when it was handed off to us at the beer homebrew competition.
Oh, we should probably chat about that just real quick.
Before we go into that one, I'm pretty certain on one of my frequent listens, the Food Stuff / Savor podcast.
Mm-hmm.
They did a trip to Asheville. I'm pretty certain in one of those episodes there's an interview with some folks from Wicked Weed.
Oh, cool.
If you're interested in hearing a little bit more about that, that's one that you should check out. They had some good interviews in that.
That's a very good idea.
So sorry. Carry on. Contests, updates.
So Mark and I, we did well at the beer homebrew competition. Greg Kelly, super fan Greg Kelly.
Greg Kelly came with the broom.
Yeah, he really did. And on top of that, he had to get his wife into the mix, Jenny getting a second and a third in cider.
Jen got a second.
Yeah, I know, seriously. That was actually cooler than Greg winning anything, for sure. But yeah, Greg won Best in Show for a Mango Mead. He won Blue Ribbon for an American IPA. God, there were so many others. I'm not going to read them all off.
I'm sure he can reach out to us and let us know.
Well, I could look it up on the website. I was judge coordinator, but I'm not doing that. So if you want to leave a voicemail and tell us everything that he won.
Yeah. The short story is he picked up 5 ribbons.
There you go.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
But you guys didn't do bad either. You guys both brought home a couple ribbons as well.
Yeah.
What about you?
My favorite ribbon is one of the ones Mark got, but I got a second place for an Irish Stout. I got a first place for the Northern Yellow Sour, and I got a first place for, or Mark and I got a first place for, what the hell was the third one? Jesus. I'm like having a brain fart.
The
Crap.
the Bearded Guard.
Bearded Guard, that's right.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
that
yes.
was
and that was me, Mark, and Greg.
There you go.
We also got a first place ribbon with Brian and Don for the tropical stout that we made.
Oh, that's true
excellent,
too. Right,
excellent.
forgot about that.
And how about you, Mark? What did you bring in?
I got a third place for my oatmeal stout, which
Okay.
was pretty hysterical listening to, when they were giving out awards, listening to Eric read off the name. The secret ingredient is diacetyl.
Yeah, that got a nice laugh from most of the judges.
So I got third place for that. I took a first place for my fruit lambic.
That's my favorite. This is my favorite one.
Okay, we'll go into the fruit lemon in 1 second, but what else you get on?
And that also took second place best in show.
Outstanding. There we go. So, what makes this quote unquote Air Bunny Rabbit Air's fruit lambic? So
Well, it
special?
was the last two bottles of the funky cider that I was like, hey, you know what? I'll probably throw it in, call it a fruit lambic, and see how it does.
When Mark doesn't get animated very often, when they said that was second best in show, he fist pumped and said, I believe you said, yes! I was like,
I don't remember doing that, so
Yeah.
it's probably accurate.
yeah, it was like totally involuntary. Like it was awesome. And at the time, I had forgotten that he had done that. So I was the judge coordinator of the competition. So I was like helping clean up the best in show table.
Right.
And I just happened to ask like what won, because I didn't pay attention because I knew I had 2 beers on the table. And,
Right.
like, I was pretty sure none of them were going to win a best in show ribbon.
Right.
But you still don't want to be there when somebody's like, yeah, this Northern Yellow Sour, fuck this thing. You know, like, you just
Right.
I don't need that in my life. I know it's going to happen. I don't need to hear it
It's
happen.
not about that negativity.
Yeah. So anyway, when they said it was a fruit lambic, I was like, oh, that's really cool, a fruit lambic in second place. And then I'm like, wait a second, Mark had something in that category.
Just
and I'm
like, wait,
yeah.
who made a fruit lambic?
Yeah, then I'm thinking to myself, did you take the stuff from the conical and put fruit in it for some reason? Like, what? Oh, shit, that's right. And I remembered. I was like, that's so cool that happened. And we were talking to some of the judges that judged it. They had no idea that it was cider. So
That's
really
ridiculous. That's
hysterical.
so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good day. We did well again. You know, three ribbons apiece. So we'll keep the
Definitely not being schlubs, man.
we'll keep the winning streak alive. I
There
think
you
we
go.
have a couple of beers that we can brew up for the LIBME competition, and then coming at the end of June, I'll be up there. I'll be communicating with Mark, and I'll have Mark's head with me.
Duffel bag?
Yeah, basically.
Not literally, Mike.
No, I'm getting a giant head, like Mark's head, like on a poster.
Well, it's
Okay.
coming on Tuesday or something.
Yeah,
like
it's,
that.
no,
You
another
actually
couple
ordered
weeks.
one?
Yeah. A giant Mark head that I'm gonna bring with me.
That's
And we're
terrifying and fantastic.
Yeah, it's gonna be the new flat Frank. We're gonna put it
Okay.
in places and take pictures of it, and then if I'm just gonna say if, but I really feel like it's when the Lichtenhainer gets a ribbon or a
Yeah,
medal
a medal.
actually, and I go up on stage, I'm gonna have it on a stick with
Yeah.
like a cross on it,
Yeah.
so that we can hang the medal on the stick. And I'm gonna put my arm around the guy when we take the photo,
That's
and Mark's
fantastic.
giant head is gonna have, and that's what's gonna get printed in Zyvergy magazine.
That's fantastic.
So I'm pretty excited about
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. We're gonna need pictures all over the place of just the giant head anyway.
Oh well, don't worry. Just follow Beertastic Voyage on Instagram. I'll be Mark's head.
You know what I want? What I really want now is I want just a spinning Mark head logo, like
Oh, like Big Batman.
like as some kind of cut into like what we're doing. Somewhere
Yeah.
we need to do that.
Well, you should also
It's gonna,
say
it's
that
gonna
like,
end up on the wall back
the,
here.
the,
behind where
the
we're
picture
recording.
that he used,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
I was drunk enough that I took a selfie with Larry from Spire Bite. So
Even better.
it's pretty good.
That's fantastic. There we go. So when we're done with it, you just put it up there and you just start connecting all the like your ribbons to it underneath it, making
That's
a
what-
little shirt.
There you go,
over it.
yeah.
That's a really good idea. I'm trying to figure out a way to put my ribbons up too.
I need to paint the wall first.
Yeah.
Or we could just cover it with stuff.
Amy wants to paint it first.
Okay.
I'm not gonna argue with her on that. We'll
No.
paint it white. It'll be
Or we
brighter
could
down
just
here.
cover it with stuff.
There is no wall.
No, I get it. There's just there are fights worth having, and that's not one of them.
Certainly isn't.
Well, I think that's about
Yeah.
it, guys.
Yeah, we covered
Anybody
a
else?
lot in this episode.
Yeah. So, if you have a favorite from Wicked Weed, shout us out. Reach out to us. All the different ways we are out there. Let us know what it is. If you've had any of these three, please send us your thoughts on it. We'd love to hear it. And as always, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
If you enjoyed Beertastic Voyage, please be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and don't forget to review and rate us. The guys can be found online at www.beertasticvoyage.com, on Facebook at www.facebook.com/beertasticvoyage, and Twitter and Instagram at Beertastic Show, or send them a good old-fashioned email at beertasticvoyage@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and cheers for local beers.